Yeah, so I'm out here in front of the Second Circuit Courthouse. So in fact, this right here is the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. This is, if you if you remember my story, if you heard me tell the story about actually filing this whole case against Eric Adams, which I have now amended to include the Commissioner of Health. This is the place I went to, despite the fact that, like I said, this is the Second Circuit Courthouse. So this is the Federal Court of Appeals. This is not where the case is going to be held. That building, if you see that building back there, that tall building right there, that's the court. That's the Federal District Court, Southern District Court, where the case is actually being held. However, as a pro se litigant, pro se plaintiff in this case, the pro se office is in this courthouse. So my case is in that courthouse. Okay, that one, that tall courthouse right there. That's where my case is being. That's where the case is going to be. So when we go to trial, or hey, unless they settle before then, because they might just figure out that they can't win and they're going to settle. But that's where the case will be held, in that tall building. This building is, like I said, it's the Court of Appeals, but this is where I file. This is where I file my paperwork, because this is where the pro se clerk's office. So the pro se clerk's office is here, even when you're filing stuff for the district court. But yeah, so I'm down here filling in, submitting some more paperwork, so that because this case is about to. Because I'm about to, make some serious moves with this case. So I had to file some extra paperwork, standard paperwork. Basically just had to make sure the summons was served, make sure proof of service is provided, and now I can proceed with the next phase, which will be coming very shortly. But but if you can see, so like this is, okay, I gotta learn how to work this. Okay, so you see here, this Second Circuit Courthouse right here, the Federal District Court is not the big building right there, it's the building behind it. And then the City Hall is just past that building. See which building am I pointing at? Yeah, past that building. And so like all of this stuff is right in the same area, and like so when I mailed the paperwork to City Hall, and it took like almost 2 weeks to get there, I was just a few blocks from here. I was at a post office a few blocks from here, and yet somehow it still took the paperwork like 2 weeks to go who knows where, come back to that same post office, and then get to City Hall, which is right past that building. But yeah, so I'm gonna be, in fact, I was planning on going live today, talking more about the case, but I want some more time, so I'm probably gonna do the go live. When I go live, I am going live again later today, but when I go live, I'm gonna be talking about something other than the case, because tomorrow I'm gonna break down the case and basically all of these areas where they went wrong in the key to New York City, the private employer mandate, all of that. And I'm going to break it down so that anybody in New York City that was unvaccinated, and that, period, if you're unvaccinated in New York City, this is going to be basically the blueprint on what you need to do on the grounds you need to use to file suit against the city of New York, because it's about accountability at this point. And then I'm also going to lay out some of the grounds on which I'm filing against the private employer mandate, because the private employer mandate, which is keeping people out of jobs right now, so the private employer mandate, which was keeping Kyrie out, first the key New York City was keeping Kyrie out, then the private employer mandate, but then they carved out an exception for athletes and entertainers. But there's plenty of people. Thanks, Johnny boy. But there are plenty of people in New York City that are still affected by the private employer mandates, and I'm going to lay out the grounds that people need to do to sue, because it's out of control, and it was political. It was purely political, and so I'll be laying that stuff out tomorrow. Today, when I go live, I'll be talking about something else, but just wanted to let y'all see the area from the Second Circuit Courthouse. And like I said, this is where the pro se office is, and then you've got back there, the tall building in the back is where the actual is the Federal District Court, Southern District of New York. All right, that's it for now. I'll see y'all later on. Have a good one.